Going to do an oil change today using the recommended 5W30, using Ford specific motor oil because this is a Ford straight Mazda derived engine. So that's the A5. So we've got the oil. Obviously you need an oil filter. I always go for a slightly recommended make, maybe Mail or Bosch, that kind of thing. So you've got your oil filter. I've always struggled with getting oil filters off, so I actually this time bought a different oil filter tool. I'm hoping this is going to work. So it's got like grabbers, and hopefully when you turn it, it goes tighter and it grabs and turns it. That's the plan. So we've got that. Got a funnel for filling if you're like me and you happen to always spill it everywhere, especially I've got a turbo on the side, don't really want to get oil onto a hot turbo. Got new, I only need one, but a new sump washer. These are M14. So I've got those copper sump washers. These aren't the crushable ones, these are just the standard ones, which is what I know is on there. So I've got those. And so first things first, I'm going to jack the car up. So I'm going to jack the car up between the two jacking marks on the front sill. Jack it up. I'm going to get an axle stand under the front subframe, that side. Then I'm going to jack this side up, get another axle stand underneath, or I'll get an axle stand and I also might jack it up slightly higher, so we're tilting this way because we've got the oil drain, and sometimes it's quite good to tilt the engine towards the oil drain to get oil to come out. So yeah, let's crack on and get the oil change done. So on mine, this is a 17mm socket. Get a container. I've cleaned this one out completely just because this is the first oil change I've done since the turbo, and I'd like to see you know, if there's any debris in the oil, that type of thing, just to check. I believe on other cars I've already taken it off. There's a little panel here, just need to unbolt that so you can get to the drain. Obviously when it first drains it's probably going to spout out like this, so don't just put the thing right underneath it because it won't drop straight down. Take it a little bit sideways. Get your 17mm. Crack that off. There we go. Shouldn't be very tight. It's an aluminium. I'm keeping pressure on the end of the bolt as I turn just to try and... Ooh, just caught that one. Have a little bit of tissue hand because there's always going to be messy. Let that drain out. Let's see if the washers I bought are 14mm. I took that information off the internet, so you know what that's like. Yep. So it's a 14mm. They're normally, these washers come like 14.2, that type of thing. So there's a little bit of slop on there, but that should seal nicely. So yeah, put a new sealing washer on there. Now we've got it just down to a drip. My impatience is going to get the better of me, and I'm going to put the sump plug on with the new sump plug washer. It will just keep dribbling. There's nothing you can really do about it. Maybe when you just get towards the end, just try and wipe off the excess you do have. This is done up to 23 to 30 pounds-foot. I'm just going to do it up tight. So do what I say, not what I do. Happy with that. Little spray off with brake cleaner. That's that part done. The oil filter is located towards the back of the engine on the passenger's side. That's a UK model, so obviously driver's side on Europe or America. I'm going to see if I can get the tool in underneath that and spin that out. That's what I think. Is there enough room from the back? gripping like that. Oh, I need to keep it taut as I take the ratchet back. It's hard. Yeah, it's turning. You can see that. So that works. Nice little tool. Right. Sorry for the camera. This is very hard. Get your bowl or whatever to catch the oil that's going to drip. Right, that is spun off. That is a good little tool. Recommend that one. Here it comes. The oil filter will be full, so you don't really want to tip it. Yeah, there we go. Oil changes. Messy. Get that clean up there. And then what you want to do is just dip your finger into nice new oil, and on your oil filter rubber, just run the finger around the oil filter rubber so it's got a little bit of lubricant when you do it up onto the part there, so it doesn't catch or rip or anything. You just put a little bit of oil on the seal and do that up. Let's crack on with that. So what I do is I'm going to prime the filter. So I'm going to pour oil into the filter to prime it. Not right to the top because that would turn into a bit of a nightmare. Then I've taken a little bit of oil, like I said, and just run it round on the seal. Not loads, just to give it a glisten. And then that's ready to screw back up into the space. I have to admit, I don't do them up to any torque. I just do them up till it's a good hand tight. So that's what I'm going to do now. So feed your new filter in onto the threads. I can't see it at the moment, so I'm not lining it up very well. There we go, spin it on. And like I said, I've got a bit of a greasy hand, but what I'll do so I've cleaned my hand off, and then hopefully get in there. Like I said, that's tight enough for me. So that's the filter in, wicked. Now it's time to top it up. So you've put the sump plug in with the new washer, you've put the new oil filter in, and then it's time to fill it up. This engine takes 4.55 litres of oil. There could be still some in the engine. I've also put a little bit in the filter, and that includes the filter. So it's kind of like put about, I don't know, see how 4 litres goes, and then start checking the dipstick, and then it's just sort of suck it and see. So let's start filling it up. About 2 litres left, so probably another, this is a 5 litre can. Let's put another litre in it. A half litre. So I'm going to stop for now and let it settle, and then you just got to keep checking the dipstick. Little thing, I've got the older style dipstick, which is hard to read, which is this one. There is now a replacement dipstick, which is a flat blade with 2 holes. You can buy that from Mazda specialists. It's under £20, so it is something I want to do. Just going to let that soak down for a while.